Kawhi Leonard. This is footage from earlier in the game. He did leave the bench. Reggie, you were right on. This is him in the back tunnel. And then you can see here in the denim jacket, it appears that he is leaving. I have been told by a source that he did actually leave the building.
I got news for you. The Clippers could win the chip. They could win it all. I don't think they will. They got a shot, though. They really, really do. Until you see that. And then you say, no, they don't.
So I can't tell who's a bigger fraud, the LA Clippers or Sam Bankman-Fried. Because every year with the LA Clippers, it's the same thing. And we've arrived at the point of the season where they all start to fall apart. It always starts at the beginning of the year when the Clippers get a big name. A name that you'd want on your fantasy basketball team. A Kawhi, a Paul George, a Russell Westbrook, a James Harden. And we're told that this year is going to be different. That the Clippers, they're slept on. They have the power. Like, look out in the West. There's Denver, but don't forget about the Clippers. And then they always have this incredible run, and it's usually in January, when they win like 20 of 22 games. It's always something crazy. They blow out a really good team. And this year, that would be the Boston Celtics. And then now everybody's on alert that the Clippers are going to do it. Because they have Kawhi. Because they have that proof of concept. Because they're loaded. And not only are they loaded, but their bench is really, really good. And then we get to the point, and it's usually in March, where the wheels fall off. It first started off with Russell Westbrook fracturing his hand. And then we got told that it was that point when he's out indefinitely. They always hope to get a star player back for the playoffs. But I'm willing to bet that Westbrook doesn't play for the rest of the year. And if he does, he's going to look a lot more like Lakers Westbrook than Clippers Westbrook. And then the load management begins with the most overrated dynamic duo in the league, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And they'll load manage against a really good team in a game that we want to see. And that was against the Bucks the other night. An East versus West showdown. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are nowhere to be found. So now I gotta watch Trey Mann, who hasn't even lived up to 20% of his potential. And then Kawhi disappears off the face of the earth like he's James Harden in a closeout game. And we saw that the other night. Something with his back, he played the first quarter. And apparently it was uncomfortable for him to sit. And then the dude literally just left the arena. Like he was going home from elementary school because he had a fever. And so now the Clippers gotta look at that. There's going to be some unknown with Kawhi like there's every year. All the way back to when he was on the San Antonio Spurs. I'm willing to bet that Kawhi Leonard plays like one game in the next 3 weeks. And then there's a re-aggravation. And then he goes AWOL. It's the same thing every year. During that January run, the Clippers became the 1 seed for a little bit. And, again, people were starting to believe that they were legit this year. Kind of escaped the injury bug. PG, Kawhi, playing all NBA caliber ball. But they're about at the 4 seed like they are every year. So that means that they're going to play in the second round, not have home court, because they're going to play a team like Denver or OKC, and then lose in like 6 games like they do every year. I mean, this Clippers team is about as reliable as a McDonald's ice cream machine after midnight. The bottom line is the LA Clippers will never win an NBA championship because their stars just don't play. And Kawhi Leonard has managed to master the ability to quiet quit in the NBA. I mean, it feels like this is a part-time job for him. And for whatever reason, the media never really seems to get on him for it. And it probably has something to do with that Raptors run, when he single-handedly beat the Warriors without 2 of their 3 best players. But Kawhi Leonard's clutch. So we're just going to overlook the last 4 years, where he just hasn't been there. He hasn't shown up. Probably the most overrated player in the 21st century.